watching The David Robinson Show
on the Coyoteman Show Network.
Real talk, real people, real conversation.
And good evening. And welcome to The David Robinson Show. Real talk, real people, real conversations. Tonight topic: when you put God first, the sky is the limit. I have a special guest on my show tonight, Miss Jacqueline Cummings. All the way here in Baltimore, Maryland. Positive people doing positive things to make a positive difference in her life and in the lives of others. Miss Jacqueline is a successful guidance counselor, school teacher, and a successful entrepreneur and changing the lives of our youth. Without further ado, I want you to tell my audience all about your nonprofit and what you do, Miss Jacqueline.
All right, so I do quite a bit as a school counselor. I engage with students of all ages. Taught for 10 years, been a school counselor for 18 years, so I love engaging with youth. I see a lot of youth slip through the cracks, so to speak. So our organization helps to uplift more youth in Baltimore City. Now, there are a lot of organizations that work with youth under 18 years of age, but not too many that work with the age group that we work with. So we work with youth 18 to 21.
The young adults.
Yes.
Oh, man. That's really good. So this nonprofit, I had a chance to really hear about it. I was really intrigued. Wow, she's doing some amazing things. Tell my guests a little bit more about what's the name of the nonprofit and a little bit about what y'all do.
Okay, so we work with youth 18 to 21. We work with them for about 12 weeks. We teach financial literacy. We teach cryptocurrency. We pay for them to go to driver's education. We pay for their CPR first aid certification. We help them with resume writing. We help them with interview procedures and protocol and just conversations. We build their confidence and remind them of their greatness.
Wow. I know we got on that discussion a little bit yesterday. What was the name of this organization once again?
It's Notre Maison.
Notre Maison. Wow.
Now, Notre Maison is Notre Maison Connects. So that's the name of our nonprofit organization, because Notre Maison is an extension of Notre Maison Tea House, which is then grew into Executive Suites at Notre Maison, and now Notre Maison Connects. And Notre Maison is French for our house. So what we do is we build a community and uplift the community, one house at a time, one business at a time, one person at a time.
So in y'all sense of your original, when did you actually start? When did y'all
brand Notre Maison?
Yes.
We branded Notre Maison in 2002 when we had a tea house and we did open mic and poetry for 14 years. We leased space for baby showers and birthday parties, events, small, intimate kind of environment. That was really lovely. We enjoyed the open mic and poetry in Baltimore, and as a parent, I had an opportunity to expose my children, my daughters at that time were in elementary school, to great literature and amazing artists.
And we shared a little bit about me yesterday too, about some things that you do on 25th Street. You some of the things that you,
Yes.
I mean, you're doing a lot of things, so I'm kind of blown away. So just tell my audience a little bit about some of the things that y'all do and what you got coming up, the events.
Absolutely. So what we do is Notre Maison Connects is a nonprofit organization. We work with youth and we teach them about entrepreneurship and a lot of different things. So one thing that we do also is we host community events. One of our largest events is the Black Wall Street of Baltimore Business Walk, where we have on 25th Street where our businesses are. There are a lot of Black-owned businesses. So we decided to have like a sidewalk sale because we also sell art. We also have our own clothing line. So we said we're going to have like a sidewalk sale. And then from there, we said, well, let's invite other people in our business, in our building, because I also have commercial property. So there are other businesses right there with me. So we said, okay, well, if we're going to invite people in our buildings, well, let's invite other people on the block. So the first time we had our event, we hosted 12 businesses.
Wow.
Then the second time we hosted our event, we hosted 32 businesses registered and 27 showed up. Then the third time we hosted our event, we rebranded. We made connections with the Black Wall Street Chamber of Commerce in Tulsa, Oklahoma. And we have made amazing partners, come up with just opportunities for young people to learn and to grow. And our third event, we had over 100 Black-owned businesses come out, line the streets from St. Paul to Howard Street. Just amazing.
Wow. Here's a woman, when you're talking about doing positive things to make a positive difference, you're not talking about just your success. You're concerned with the success of others.
Absolutely.
So you invest in others and having different businesses. And then you're talking about some of the investment properties that you own as well. So you're a woman of many talents. You know, when you're talking about an entrepreneur, but constantly giving back. So what would you say when you look back? What was some of what really inspired you to really want to give back in the success of others? What really inspired you?
Well, I knew that. Okay, so it's that's a complex question, right? It's loaded because the answer is loaded because as a school counselor, I knew that our children sometimes deserve more than what the school system could offer. And so this is a great opportunity to work with them outside of the school system. The school system doesn't pay for driver's ed anymore. When I was growing up, you could take driver's ed in school.
Right.
And they don't do that anymore.
Right.
And then a lot of the things that we teach in our program, the books that we read, our children read A Happy Pocket Full of Money, Rich Dad, Poor Dad, The Alchemist. They read information about cryptocurrency. They're learning. It's a different kind of education that we teach in our program. But when in 2017, my youngest daughter took me to St. Thomas, Virgin Islands for a vacation before the school year. And Hurricane Irma was rambunctious at that time.
Okay.
And was about to hit the island. And a young man by the name of Chris was able to get me a last seat on a flight to help us get off the island before the hurricane hit. And when I saw the damage done to the island after Hurricane Irma hit the island, it shook me. And I knew then, when I saw some of the pictures, I looked at the resort we stayed in, and I was like, oh my gosh, that was my room. And if it wasn't my room, it was my building that I was staying in, because I saw the same view from pictures that I had, and it was totally destroyed. And so I decided then that I really wanted to give back to the small little island that made me feel so welcome and comfortable. So as an educator, it took me months to come up with this idea, and I had to make it work. I had to make it make sense to me, and I had to make it feel good as I help other people. So just my little old self decided I was going to adopt a daycare center. Now, as an educator, I know what manipulatives are needed in a daycare center and what could help them, because I used to volunteer for a daycare center. That's how I got involved in education. So I said, if I adopt a daycare center, then I'm going to help that daycare provider. And I'm going to encourage every child that comes through the door for years based on the gifts that I send. That would support the community, their family, and strengthen the community. That's the provider, the children, the family, the community.
Wow.
Myself, just me, I'm going to adopt a daycare center.
Adopt a daycare center. So what we're going to do, Miss Jacqueline, I like the word adopt for several reasons. But what we're going to do, we're going to take a break here.
Okay.
And we're going to come back with Miss Jacqueline you can tell my audience a little bit more about some of the youth.
Okay.
And how many have over the years that you've helped in some of your events. I know we talked about that's coming up. So we're going to take a break right here. We're going to come back to Miss Jacqueline Cummins.
You're watching the David Robinson Show
on the Coyoteman Show Network.
Real talk, real people, real conversation.
We must secure our families. KFG Life Insurance Specialist is a company that partnered with 15 of the top life insurance companies to ensure you get the best pricing, knowledge, and products to suit your family needs. Some people believe that term insurance is better than whole life insurance, while others feel the complete opposite. Some may feel like universal life is the way to go, and others may feel it's better to have a whole life policy. The truth is, neither of the products are better. One just may be more suitable for your family. Our life insurance specialists are not biased, as they are partnered with several life insurance companies. This ensures our clients get the best pricing, education, and products that are suitable for their families. Let KFG Life Insurance Specialist make these decisions easier for you and your family. Our office is located at Security Square Mall, next to Burlington, in the Coyoteman Show Network. Please call to make an appointment at 443-400-5224 or go to www.lifeinsurancespecialist.org. That's www.lifeinsurancespecialist.org. Let KFG Life Insurance Specialist help you prepare your family in the present, because the future is not promised. Act now.
You're watching the David Robinson Show
on the Coyoteman Show Network.
Real talk, real people, real conversation.
And welcome back to the David Robinson Show. Real talk, real people, real conversations. And for those that are watching, don't forget to download the Coyoteman Show app. For those who have your iPhones and Android phones, you can definitely go to your app store and watch us on the Coyoteman Show. You're also watching the David Robinson Show this evening with Miss Jacqueline Cummins, which we're going to continue with her and her success as an entrepreneur, doing positive things in her life and in the lives of others. And back to you, Miss Cummins. When you talked about, some of the youth that you have helped over the years in your nonprofit, you were at a point, because y'all did some revamped the name, so y'all have enhanced things. So we want to talk about where the nonprofit is now, and where you see it going in the next few years.
Yes, absolutely. Well, from the concept that I had to adopt the center, just as my own little self, I decided to make it a service learning hours project for my students, so they could learn more about it and earn hours promoting it and things like that. This was before the nonprofit even started. This was an opportunity for students to earn service learning hours, to do research on it and figure out ways to help. Okay. Then my friends, my wonderful, wonderful friends, said, "Oh, you doing what? I want to help. Here's $20. Here's $50. Here's $250. Here's $375. They started just pouring out of their pockets. So I went to my accountant and I was like, "Look, I'm not trying to be in trouble. I'm not trying to be audited or tax problems, none of that."
I got you.
And so he said, "Jack, this is going to be bigger than you. I know you. It's going to be bigger than you. So I'm going to set you up with a 501c3. So he did. And I was like, okay. He said, "No, I'm serious." So I came up with the concept in March. He applied for the 501 in April. We were approved in May on the island. Or in June, we were on the island of St. Thomas. We returned to St. Thomas. We had Home Depot as our largest sponsor. They gave us materials to revive a child care center that had been damaged by the hurricane that I was almost stranded in. And then the following year, we went back with Home Depot as our sponsor and also discount car rental. And we just did some amazing things to two child care centers in St. Thomas. In 2018 and 2019, 2020, we had to shut down because of COVID. And so we focused on that, gave us an opportunity to really focus on our youth program here in Baltimore, where we really picked it up with the 18 to 21 year olds.
Amen. Amen. So when you say adopt, are you familiar with Adopt a Neighborhood?
No.
Well, we'll get a chance to talk about that because you
Okay.
used the word adopt, the daycare center, and I think that was really profound. It's something that God gave you to do, and not only talking about helping a country where you visit and had the opportunity because of a disaster, you gave back, and here you're now with the youth here, doing something more in-house here in Maryland. So y'all have programs for these kids now that you can kind of explain to my audience a little bit what y'all doing.
Yeah, so what we do is we work with Baltimore City Public Schools and some youth that aren't even in Baltimore City Public Schools, but they're in the 18 to 21 age range. And we work with them for 12 weeks. We also have partners that as we are growing, we're making partnerships, we're making connections. And that's what it's about. Notre Maison Connects, our house connects. So we're making awesome connections as we continue to not only work with our youth in-house, but we also teach them about entrepreneurship. So that's another reason why we really expand the Black Wall Street of Baltimore Business Walk to teach our youth about entrepreneurship so they can see Black excellence and Black greatness in businesses as we all unite and come together and perform and have a good time and laugh and love and eat and purchase and keep the Black dollar in our community as we rotate it. In Tulsa, Oklahoma, before the Black Wall Street massacre, the Black dollar circulated in the community for over a year. We can't even keep it in our community a couple of hours. So it gives us an opportunity to really give back to our people and to support our people as best as we can.
And for my viewers that are watching, tell them how they can get in contact you, your information, your email, whatever you have that you can share with the audience.
Absolutely. So we are found on social media platforms at Notre Maison Connects. Notre Maison Connects. And that is on social media as also NM Connects. That's N as in Noah, M as in Malachi, and connects with an S on the end, .org. You can go to our website. We also have an upcoming blood drive because that's a whole nother thing that we need to know. Our blood is needed to come to the table to talk about cures that our DNA possess, that our DNA has. So we need to be able to come to the table and talk about how to heal us. And so we can't have that conversation if our DNA is not at the table.
Right.
So that's very important. Our blood drive is June the 21st. So we have the Black Wall Street of Baltimore Business Walk on 25th Street. That is June the 11th from 12 to 7 p.m. We have Black Blood Drive and on 25th Street. That is June the 21st from 2 to 7 p.m. We have another Black Wall Street. Our fall Black Wall Street event is September the 17th. And then we have a pretty fly gala coming up, a theme gala coming up. You're going to have to go to the website to check out the information on that gala. It's going to be lit.
And when is the gala? When is the gala now?
The gala is October 1st, and it is a theme gala. It's going to be an amazing event. It is hosted by the host of the most, and I call him that because he's been hosting my poetry event for years. And his name is Ad Lib. Travis Winky is gonna be doing the choreography for the fashion show.
Okay.
Xavier is coming in with some furs.
Come on now.
Right up,
Yeah.
And DJ Tons is gonna be doing
Come
music.
on.
It's gonna be a whole party in there.
Yes.
It's very exciting. And it's gonna be held at the Boxer, which is on 25th Street, right across the street from our headquarters.
Before we end, I want to give a shout out to a mutual friend of ours, Mr. Chuck.
Yay! Oh, wait, go.
Definitely want to give a shout out to Chuck, who's actually played football in the NFL and is a good friend of yours.
Yeah, let me tell you something. I just love him tremendously. Chuck is he was my big brother in high school.
Mm-hmm.
So you talking about back in the 80s.
Okay.
And back in the 80s. And so he is actually, we recently made a connection, and we are going to be working together with some retired football players league.
Okay.
And we're very, very excited to work with him in this organization about expanding what we do and opportunities for our youth. We are super excited about that connection. Notre Maison connects.
Well, Notre Maison Connect. I'm real excited because you know what, you connected with me.
Hey.
So I'm really excited about making some things happen.
Hey,
you know,
yes.
you know that there's two type of people: people that talk and people that make things happen. And you so happen to be one of those persons that make things happen.
I'm gonna make it happen, baby.
She gonna make it happen.
Oh, yeah.
So, but definitely. Chuck is in the house. He's back in the house. We want to give kudos to Mr. Chuck.
Yay!
Yes, sir.
Who played
good,
football for the NFL, played and still making some things happen on the sideline to change the lives of others. So I had Chuck on my show earlier, part of late last year, and we've connected, as you say, connect.
That's right.
It's in the connection that things can happen.
That's right.
So, without further ado, before we actually end, one more time, Miss Jackie Cummins, tell my guests how to get in contact with you.
All right, that will be nmconnects.org. You can find us on on social media at Notre Maison Connects. On Instagram is NM Connects. It's all about NM Connects, Notre Maison Connects.
And thank you, Miss Jackie Cummins, for actually coming on the show tonight.
Thank you.
Thank you.
And thank you, Chuck, for the connection.
And thank you once again for watching the David Robinson Show. Real talk, real people, real conversations. Until next time, peace out and God bless.
Coyoteman Show Network.
Real talk, real people, real conversation. You're watching the David Robinson